Your moments here are far beyond better than reality. You, in these present moments, in reality, your existence stretches beyond what you can see. You being here today is better than a reality that's created. You have the opportunity to create your reality. Therefore, your reality is what you make it. Your existence, your being, your spiritual guides, your spiritual team, your cheerleaders are far greater than reality. Okay, that's what's going on right now. This is what's the area that you are in right now, stretching, reaching far beyond thy what your reality is. See? Right away, that card is here letting you know in number 8, right? Infinite abundance is resetting your reality. Recognizing your connection in this reality is far beyond what you can see. This is why I like to talk about and why I like to be influenced by the greater things outside of the so-called firmament, outside of the so-called 3D, outside of these little precious walls of stones, right? These little precious walls of stones were created by the chemical matters of the atmosphere, the same resources that you make through your own thoughts. The same matter and material influential substance of what makes you here today is being created right now in these moments. So I love that this card just severely just populated with you empowering yourself, being number 16, the 1 and 6, the 1 as I am, the 1 as whole, the 1 as you are, the 1 that's bringing 6 balance and harmony into surpassing a reality, right? See, the reality likes to do mind tricks, right? The mind tricks are available and ready for anyone who's internal. Your cortisol, right? Whatever your metabolism system is, right? The external reality loves to interplay with those systems that you cannot see. By with the very systems that you're projecting, right? Your lack of will, your lack of discipline, your anxiety, your stress, your worry is what is being extracted from the outside. Not today. Not in these moments, okay? Not ever, not now. They're letting you know that you can empower yourself in number 16. So when people say that they walk by faith, by not what they see, is that they walk by the will of empowering yourself, the I empowering myself, bringing balance and bringing harmony. See, like what's really outside is a mind trick. It's a mind game. It's a function because what's going on the external, like I was just saying right moments ago, is those auras. I don't care what you say or how you call it or what you name it or what you see or how you feel, but you are made up of different levels of vibrations that are going to speak to external things outside of you. This is how they're communicating with you. This is how they're communicating with you by what is not seen. Your guides want you to know that you are empowering yourself. You can empower yourself. You will empower yourself. The mind, Jedi tricks, right? It's going on the outside. It's happening for you. It's happening for you to pay attention to. It's happening for you, not to you. It's happening for you. Anything that's so-called outside, you are the big boss. You are the boss, okay? You are the ultimate. You're at the top. You are at the top. All right? You are the big boss that individuals have to get to and won't surpass because you bring harmony and balance in empowering yourself. So you are the big boss, okay? The King Kong. You are on top of the pyramids. You are the big boss here. Okay, so the outside is definitely outside. That's why some people is like, they don't even come outside unless they get paid to come outside. Okay? If you really think about that whole slogan, people don't come outside unless they're getting paid. That's because they're going to put on their suit and they're going to go out and they're going to perform. And then they're going to go back inside. You know, that's a whole other idea of working with alchemical levels of yourself, okay? When it's operating for you. Your mind, your intelligence is stretching far beyond reality. It's better than reality. Your intelligence, your intellect, mental, emotional, spiritual is better than reality. As you're moving forward here, and number 11, 4 and 7, grounding it, building it, 7, spiritual wisdom. Now it's the double digits, 1, 1 with I am the master of, I am the source, with 11 here, moving forward. I love that they have brought this out, moving forward, because once externals see that you are moving forward, they will attempt to move forward as well. And that's exactly where we need for this plane to be, is for people, entities, dogs, cats to move forward thinking in their thoughts as well. Because the last message from your guides were like, you empower yourself in this number 16 that came through, right? The I am, the 6, and the harmony, breaking it down to 7 again. Spiritual wisdom, high priestess, being, knowing, model, and empowering yourself. So these cards don't just come out for anyone. These cards are meant for you. Anything that is going on in external is for you to alchemize it. It is happening for you to make you a greater individual, because they're going to follow. Okay? They're going to follow. Why would they not want to follow? Why would they not want to follow? Why would you not want to change the environment, change all things with your due diligence in 16 with I am and harmony, and 7 in wisdom? Okay? You are far greater, stretching beyond reality. They're letting you know that you are valued in 5, 0, 5, change, 5, freedom. They see that you're free. They see that you're free. They see that you can move, that you operate from a whole other different unit. I am valued. No matter where you are, you bring value. So the external might say, well, hey, you're here, you're doing this, you're wearing that. You have no value, right? Tell them to keep watching and take notes and see how everything outside bends to your will. See how they watch, take notes, right? This is happening on many different planes, okay? This reality is like inversed. You're better than what this reality is trying to attempt to serve you up on a plate. Your reality is leveled. It's not plain 3D. Okay, it's not by what you see. You have many different existences that is far greater than what you can see. Than what you can see. And especially moving forward, this is like the Chariot card, especially because this is 11. This is the high support in moving forward. In 11 with I am. I am will. I am the one. The one isn't hanging out, okay, in one position in their mind, in one position physically. Okay, when people say that they don't go outside unless they get paid, baby, they are the I am on different levels. Okay, think about that. Those who don't go outside unless they're getting paid, forget about the literal, think about the figurative speech on I don't go outside unless I get paid. I'm not moving forward unless there's something to move forward to. And baby, when you're outside, you're better than even outside. You're growing, stretching from any and all experiences. Again, number 4 here. 3, 1. Turn that back around, that'll be 13. And that gives us back to the high priestess. But staying with the number 3, the divinity, the power, and the structure of number 3, right? Having your kids, your baby, your creative manifestation that operates from the value of 2. Now you have 3. Now we have this divinity charge here with the I am. Now you're building and grounding and structuring that. And number 4, that's why it says I can grow from my experiences. Grow from my experiences. The experiences for me looks like 13 turn back around. That gives the 4 again, right? I can grow. I can grow. It reminds me of number 4 a whole lot. Grounding and building from any and all experiences, because those things, I feel like if you're paying attention to those on the outside, right? Internalizing what's going on the outside, that means there is more room to grow internally on the inside. Your reality, your existence, as far as what you can see, is better than what is going on right now. Your existence is not just this far beyond reality, okay? You're going to trust every ounce of the relationships that are unique to you because you trust you, yourself. You trust you, yourself. And here's the number 4 again, number 2. So the 4s are operating. They have been like going so well, these number 4s, for the last couple of weeks. That's how I know that the spiritual growth and the spiritual grounding is always necessary as the blueprint, not the reality. You creating the reality, not the reality that's external, that's being shown to you, but you're creating, you're operating far greater on top of that pyramid and at the bottom as the points are structured, because you're structuring the points. So on your way up, see, on the way up, the relationships are trustworthy because you trust the internal, what's going on with your creation. You trust the internal creations, right? Internal relationships, internal. You have an ear, you can listen to your internal faculties. You don't need to hear you can listen even outside. You have ears, you can listen, you can hear, you can feel, you can tell, you can operate, right? What you see right now, you're greater. way better than what you can see here. Far greater than what you can see in this reality. Your internal is a lot more strong and in depth than you ever will be able to figure out right now, okay? Because you ain't gonna be able to figure out everything right now. We don't want you to be power sick. Okay, this is why the 4 keeps coming out, and why the 4 keeps saying continue to ground and structure, and 6 balance and harmony. Because a lot of people are watching you, a lot of people are taking notes from you. Right? Because what's going on in society, obviously, since the day you're born, you're already giving structure on your birth certificate. They already know your race. They know your social economic status. Baby, they can predict your future on the external based on those things, right? So the external is false, and it will always be false as you continue to create and ground your unique blueprint. Let's see, what else? What else are they seeing? What else are they seeing here? What else is going on? Like, honestly, what else are they seeing? Okay. What else are they seeing? What else is going on in internal that we're going to continue to look after the internal? Because the external is false. We're going to keep talking about that. The external is false, baby. It is ill will. The external. If I said that backwards, I apologize. The external is ill will. It's false. It's false, right? It's already written scripts, right? Watch TV, watch the news. There's already written scripts on who, what, when, where, and how. It's already written. It's false. Okay? But society chose to go with these written scripts, right? As if they have the better options, because what I see on TV, or what I hear on the radio, or what I see on social media, or better yet, what I learned from my parents. Okay? Better yet, even, the generational degradation from your parents, right? External. You're greater than that. Far greater than that. You're rewriting your own scripts. We don't care what's on that birth certificate. We don't care about your race. We don't care about your social economic background, because those are all changing and operating by you fixating on the internal reality that stretches beyond what you can see. Yeah. Stretches beyond by what you can see. So allow them to take notes. All right? Allow them to write the scripts, because they will always run into a boss at the top. At the top, there will always be the boss, you, at the top. You are no exception to any rule. You're far greater and stretch way beyond this reality of what you can see. Far greater than what you can see. So we have some 4s, right? Your guys are talking to you with 4s. There were some 3s. There were some 1s. The 4s have been so foundational for the last couple of weeks, because they want you to write that as your blueprint. Creating your own script. Creating your own script. Rewriting your own reality. Okay? Because whatever is going to be protrude on the outside is always going to be false. Always going to be false. Always going to be false. Okay? Those numbers attached to you, your numbers. You make them work for you. The reality, whatever, ascriptions that was set out for you before you were born, right? This made up false paper trail to allow people to set themselves up higher and lower and in between. false. Because we all know what's really creating. We all know what's really creating. We all know what can be overridden, right? This whole existence and reality. You. It's operating for you. As you're reclaiming your sense of imagination, right? This is why this is so important to rewrite your own reality. This is why it's important to rewrite your own reality. 1 and 7 again. We got number 1 and we have number 7 again. And we're going to continue because, like, spiritual growth, spiritual wealth, internal, not nothing on the outside. You can listen to all these people who wrote books in 1800s and 1700s about wealth. Oh, you won't. Where's your books about wealth? Creating it, document it, organizing it, structuring it. Oh, they're going to watch, baby. They're going to take notes. Again, this came out again. 4 and 2, 6. I can trust my relationships. Right again. Right again. Rewriting the internal. The external is false. I don't know what they're telling you or what your parents told you, but the outside is false. The inside is discipline, work. Okay? Yeah, you can have how many shampoo commercials of people flipping their hair all day. Guess what? They know who the big bosses are. Okay, whatever's on the news, whoever is the oppressor at that time, guess what? They know who the big bosses are. But they're going to continue to attempt to lower the senses of who you are with them flipping their hair around on shampoo commercials and whatever is going on the news channel just to lower the senses of who you are, right? They know who the big boss are. And it's you. It's you. It's you. Okay. So reality is like, they're like struck. You could be struck by reality. Okay. You can be struck and you can be stuck by a form of reality. But once you start documenting your own sense of reality, you will see the true change going on in and outside of you, right? One more card. They want you to affirm courage also in number 2. This is really good because this is one of our single digit numbers in 2 duality, bringing forth opposites as the same, so-called opposites anyway. So-called opposites, working inside and working outside, working as above and working below. They need you to walk in the highest abilities of your ancestors. Represent those who came before you daily. Represent your ancestors, represent your family, represent those who paved the path for you to be here today. Represent. All that hard work they put into this physical existence for these material planes, right? They were already operating from spiritual plane, okay? Because the physical work, the spiritual work, exactly. You are exactly where you need to be here, okay? They want you to represent. This continues to fall in place, okay? This is the 3rd time this showed out. So, but I see like this relationship's coming up. Okay, well, you about to meet some people, honey, as you represent in number 2 is I affirm courage. Oh, well, it went away, but it's still here. Okay, with I affirm courage in number 2 that just came out. Okay. When I be saying like I can trust my relationships is because you were going to meet like-minded people. You probably already have, but I feel like it's on a bridge today, tomorrow, early month of May, okay? Something like that, right? you're going to be able to trust. So if someone wants to help you or assist you, right? Okay. Trust that resource. But the whole full trust is within yourself. Always within yourself, because you can hear internal, you can hear external. Okay, people be talking about like the red flags, and that's exactly what I mean. And those internal flags, but you can hear on the outside too, like how is the environment, how is nature, how are people reacting to this particular individual as well. Like take them outside, take them on a park, take them on a walk around other people. How are the spirits reacting to the individual as well, right? You'll get some red flags internal, even by perceiving what's going on the outside. And this new meet and greet that's here. Okay, trusting your relationships. They want you to trust it because there's some resource, there's a tool from these new, I gotta put my shoulder tag back down. No, let me quit. So yeah, there's definitely some resource here that you're going to extract from. Okay, but the point of opposite of this distraction would be like, oh, I don't need nobody, I don't want nobody, I don't need nobody. You know, that's opposite of what's going on here. 4 + 2 is 6. You're going to bring balance and harmony in this new level, right? And creating this beautiful internal. You're going to be able to feel it. You're going to be able to feel this grounding going on within and trusting your relationships, baby. We didn't say the person. We say the tool and the resource that's attached in between this 4 and 2. That's equaling out to number 6, which is you, internal, which is 1 right here, I, or the 0, because you can't see the 0 that's operating between the 4 and the 2 here, because the 0 is infinite. You can't see it. The zeros is all around before the 4 and between the 4, after the 2, before the 2, there's 0, infinite being. This is why it says I. Okay. So don't let them fool you, girl, guy, two-spirit, whomever, right? In the books, in the history, in the news, on the inscriptions, false. What's really occurring is internal. You are creating it, right? Today, I accept where I am. This came out again. Acceptance, right? Acceptance, like we were talking about, baby. If you're on a concrete, roll off that concrete. I accept it, baby, because I live in Portland, and I feel like the most confident people are those who are houseless, because they do what they want. I'm just saying, I'm just observing, right? I'm out, observe, right? As people taking notes as I observe, and I've already went up so many different levels already to even allow you to take notes from me. But anyway, so those who are outside, I be seeing, are the most confident. Okay? And I mean, in their being of who they are, in an acceptance. So if people outside, right, because there's a crisis of homelessness in Portland, right, who are accepting where they are right now, think about where you are right now and your acceptance, right? You know how much that will change so many different power structures in the acceptance of where you are. Okay? Because what I was going to talk about earlier, as far as like the system here, where there's competition in every ounce of life, is how they set it up for you to compete with external things, right? Since the day you were born. Before you were born, the system was put in place for you to compete. But who are you competing with? The mirror. You're only competing with yourself. There's no competition.